What is happening, webheads? Welcome to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And of course, guys, I am Mike Spider Slayer. I have a huge treat for you today, and I mean it's absolutely huge. Today, I'm going to be showing off the Lego Daily Bugle. I mean, this thing is probably the biggest thing that's sat on top of this desk ever. And I have to credit my next door neighbors for building this and giving me the privilege of actually reviewing this. It has 25 minifigs, and it's got Firestar on the very top of it, flying around it, and it's gonna be really awesome. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to give you a little tour of all the minifigs here, and then we're gonna go into the Daily Bugle itself, show you the scale of this thing, and then we're gonna go into the inner workings of it. Hopefully you guys have a good time. All right, guys, so here we go. Here is the minifigs, and so 25, right? 25 was the total. So first thing here we get to see is Spider-Man, and then next to him is no hair Peter Parker. So he's basically bald. And then we have some random people here, I guess, that just walk throughout the street as you get to see them. And then we get to Gwen Stacy. And then, of course, next to her, I put Spider-Gwen, because obviously, you know, different universes, but same character. Then we have Hooded Miles Morales. Then we have Spider-Ham. Then we have Felicia, which is Black Cat. Then you got the Green Goblin. Love the detail and the facial expression on Green Goblin. And then we scoot on over to a Venom. You gotta love the tendrils. Those things look insane. But look at the facial expression on that. That is hilarious. And then, of course, you have Carnage. And then as we continue to move over here, we get to see Miles Morales. So we get to see him. The Punisher. And I think he's got like a Band-Aid on his head, if you can see that there. Then we get to have Blade, Mysterio, which you gotta love the little fishbowl on his head, and we're having a tough time zooming in because it's so close, I think. And then we have I don't know. Oh, it's Ben Urich. Okay. And then we have the Sandman, which I actually really like the Sandman. I think he looks awesome there. And then, of course, Doc Ock. So those are all those minifigs, which for the amount of money that this thing probably cost, yeah, I could see that it was worth it. And yeah, by chance, Eric, what was the cost of this?
It was just under $300.
So just under $300 for this, which actually I think is actually a pretty good deal in my opinion. So next, we're going to go on to the Daily Bugle, and I'm going to show you the scale of this thing as you can briefly see it there. All right, so here is the actual Daily Bugle itself. The detail on this thing is actually incredible. We get to see a newsstand. We get to see the entrance. It's got flowers. Look at that entryway here. And as you scale up, it just continues to go on to that detail. Now, we'll show you the inside of this place in a little bit. But here we get to see the fire escape on the side as well. So really nice there. But you gotta love that. Is that supposed to be a TV, I guess?
Yes.
Isn't that what that is? Okay, so that's a TV right there. And then we get to see an explosion that's happening through the building. So if Green Goblin was on his glider, you would actually get to see him on that glider. So you know, I don't want to make it fall, so I'm sure it's very sensitive. But he would be on there like that. So that'd be pretty cool, right? And as we climb up, we get to see the Spider-Mobile on the side of the building. How awesome is that, right? And then when you go to the very top, you get to see the iconic Daily Bugle sign, the water tower. We get to see, obviously, the radar dishes. And remember when I told you about Firestar? Yep, there she is right there. That is awesome. I think that is so cool. The one thing that I would love for this thing to have is actually if it had Iceman, because then it would have the Spider-Man and his amazing friends in it. But that is super awesome, man. Again, the whole entire thing This thing is huge. As I scale back, we get to see how big it is. You can see my mic, how tall that is in comparison. So really, really big. So next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a break here, and then we're gonna show you kind of like the fine details of this finely constructed tower. Okay guys, so we're gonna go into the inside of the Daily Bugle right here. As we go in, you get to see some of the details here on the side. It's like a blast. This one we can't go in too well, but there is a vending machine. There's actually sodas in that vending machine, which is actually really cool. And then we move up to the next level, and as we go into the level, we get to see all the, I guess, where everybody works, right? This is where they're typing up like their, you know, their newspapers and, you know, getting their phone calls, and you get to see all the TV screens up top. Like, the detail in this is so insane. There's even little elevators, as you get to see in there, where they can go up and down. That's crazy. Then we go up to the next level, and there's actually a desk here with Spider-Man's picture on it. And then you get to see a little telephone on there. There's a like photocopy machine, and then there's an actual camera on there, and we get to see a spider web and a spider. So is that Peter Parker's office?
It might be.
Yeah, it could be. There's a pizza in there also. And then we go to the very top of the building, as you get to see here. And this, I think, is J. Jonah Jameson's place, where he's got his desk, he's got his coffee. You get to see the paper on there, as it's like reward for capturing Spider-Man. Again, the elevator to the top floor. I mean, that is so cool. And again, I have to show this up top of the building. Very great. And I love this. This just adds that little detail on it. The really cool thing is, with all these little minifigs that are all down here, like I showed earlier, all these guys can actually go on the building, and you totally make a scene here. And that's what brings this whole thing to life. All right, and then I just need to show you the instruction booklet to this. So if you had little Lego sets, they came with these very small instruction booklets, right? Well, this thing is thousands of pieces, and look at how thick this instruction booklet is. It's a novel in itself. Like, look at that. I mean, totally insane. But the cool thing is about this is it shows you what the building actually looks like, and it gives you a little insight of all the characters in here. So who Spider-Man is, you know, Spider-Gwen, the Green Goblin, just all the different types of characters that come with this set, which I think is very informative, right? So really cool stuff, just an added benefit for this set. And now I got one last thing to show you here, and it's these cool action figures that Lego makes, and the articulation that goes into these guys are absolutely insane. So my next door neighbor and his son built these as well, and the first one here we have is Miles. I mean, these things are like pure action figures. How long did this take you to build?
It was like an hour and a half.
So an hour and a half for all three?
For per.
So each one.
Yeah.
So I still think that's pretty decent though, right? But again, at the end of the day, when you actually finish this, you get a full action figure here. So not only can you build these guys, but you can totally play with them too. What was the cost?
20, I think they're 20 each.
So about $20 each, and that's good. And it's not like it just sits there, you can still play with it. It's within reason, of course. And then you can't just get Miles, but you gotta get Spider-Man also, right? So they can team up with each other. All right, we've seen that before in the comics. So we got Spider-Man as well. Again, even the fingers move. Like, that's crazy. They come with webs as well, because I've seen the webs, and you just attach them to like right here, and then they get to shoot out the webs. So that's really cool. And then last but not least, we have to show this one here, right? So then here we have Venom. Venom, I'm going to eat your brains, right? I mean, this guy is cool. Look at his tongue. His tongue sticks out. He's even got these crazy claws right there. Like, that is killer. So awesome. And they just stand there. They just, hey, look, I can stand there, right? And then you can have them do battle against each other and all kinds of crazy stuff. So there you guys have it. There is the Daily Bugle, all the minifigs, the huge action figure Legos, and I could not have done this without the help of my neighbors. I am so privileged and honored to be able to show this to you, and don't be surprised if this might become a regular series where they just start getting Marvel Lego sets, they put it together, and I review it. So if you guys love this kind of thing, make sure you subscribe in the comments below, or subscribe and leave your comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the video. And guys, as always, I'm gonna leave you more content right here to click on. And guys, keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember to read your comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.